Hello, everybody, and thank you to our Caseload Manager webinar. Today, we are going to be looking at setting up emails and templates. So let's go ahead and begin. As you know, Caseload Manager is a system that lives in the cloud. What this means is that you can create multiple templates for your office that everyone on your staff will have access to. This also means that you can create templates and instantly share that template with other people. So right now we are heading to the configuration stage. I'll click on Mail. Here we are. All right, so this is a little bit of background, and then we will hop out to a live demo, and I'll show you how it works. And then I'm going to walk you through a couple of exercises to do this for yourself. So we will be looking at the Mail Hub. That's one of the 5 main hubs in Caseload Manager. The Mail Hub allows you, as it says here, to create emails from scratch. We have also created some existing email templates, and you'll notice those as soon as you log into the Mail Hub. I also have some templates that are online, such as an invoice template that I can direct you to, or you can always email or call the office if you'd like some of those templates. Finally, we will show you in the Mail Hub how to merge data in from your cases and your participant records. A couple of other things to note here. Emails will always come from your name and email. In other words, let's say that you are Susie Mediator, and when you log in, it's with the email address susie@mediator.com. When you go into the Mail Hub and you send out an email, that email will appear to people as if it's coming from Susie Mediator. They have an option when they reply to reply to you, or there is also the no reply at caseloadmanager.com. So my recommendation, and I'll show you how to do this, my recommendation is to send out a few test emails so that you can see exactly how that reply address appears. Okay, and then whenever people do reply, it will come into your current inbox. The nice thing about this is that you don't have to come into Caseload Manager every time you want to check your email. It will just come to wherever you're currently receiving your email. Whenever you send an email, it will show up in the Mail Hub, in the Activity Hub, and in the case. This is a lot of information for you to remember. I'm just giving you the broad strokes right now, and then we'll log in just a second and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay? So the first thing that we are going to do is send an email from within a case. All right? So let's hop out to a live system here. There we go. So here we are looking at Caseload Manager. And there are 2 ways to access the Mail Hub, okay? First is scrolling over here to the upper right and just clicking Mail. I would do that whenever I want to send a really generic email that's not associated with a case or a specific party. For instance, what's a good example? If I wanted to send an email to my whole staff, maybe when I'm initially setting up Caseload Manager, I want to send out an email to everybody saying, hey staff, here's your login information. Or, hey staff, here's information about an upcoming staff meeting, okay? So that's when you would send out a generic email. But most of the time, you'll be sending emails out that are related to a case. So how do you do that? Okay. So we hop down here to the Cases Center, and here we go, perfect example. And I can see this case is bright red, meaning that it needs attention now. So I'm going to click on this case, and it says that my forms are needed. So as soon as I click on it, you can see the case opens. I'm hopping down here to the Contact Center, and then I have all of these choices for who I want to email. See next to email, here's a green link that says all, which would obviously email all, everybody that's involved. If I just wanted to email a specific group of people, maybe just the attorneys, or advocates. This will be a list of all of the different people types that you have created. So if I want to email a specific type, then I can click on their name here, and all of those types will be included. Right now, for this case, you can see I have 3 participants. See? Sue, John, and Jane. If I click on participants, then all 3 of those people will be included. Let's say I wanted to email just Sue. So then I would click on this email link right next to Sue. Let's say I wanted to email staff, okay? Then scrolling down here, I have the staff information, and I can email her from here. So you can see we have a lot of choices for how to email people. And again, I am doing this from within a case, so I know that I have all the correct participants added to this email group. All right, so this says that forms are needed, and let's assume that those are forms from everyone, okay? Meaning I want to email everybody in this case. So I'm going to click on this link that says all, email all. Now, as soon as I do that, you'll notice that the Mail Hub popped open, okay? Make this a little bigger so we can see it. There we go. And I can verify with this drop down here underneath too, that this is indeed going to go to all parties in this case. I can change that because, you know, sometimes people change their mind. So I could change that if I needed to go to all parties and staff, all participants, attorneys, etc. Okay. And you know what, for right now, I do want the other mediators to know that I'm sending out this email. So I'll go ahead and change that to all parties and staff. Now, if you just wanted to type a quick email, you can do that here. Let's say information for upcoming mediation. So then we'd say, hello, please verify that you are bringing your forms to the upcoming mediation. Thank you, Mediation Center staff. Okay, so perfect. I have all the information in there that I really need. So scrolling down here, I could just hit send. All right, and let's go ahead and do that. So I hit send, and then it sends a note. Oh, right, I've got 2 pretend people. So it's letting me know that mail has been sent to 2 people, but 2 of those were invalid email addresses. So those were not sent. So that's great to know. And then notice over here under stored correspondence that it's giving me the history of all of the emails that have been sent out. Okay, so that's your really basic how you initially can send an email. Okay, so we've got the foundation covered, right? Everybody good? Okay, now we're going to start getting a little fancy. So I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. So I scroll down to contacts, I click email all, and now again, I want to change this to have it say all parties and staff. And again, we'll say info for upcoming mediation. But now I want to personalize this a little bit. So I'm going to say hello, and then, are you ready for this? Tilde, first name, tilde. So see, tilde is that little squiggly right there. That's called a tilde, and that's an action. So that's a call to action for caseload manager saying, hey, caseload manager, wake up. It's time for you to do some work. What I want you to do is to substitute in the first name and last name of everyone I'm sending this to. So in this instance, I'm sending it to 4 people, and I want caseload manager to send a private and personalized email to these 4 people, okay? So my Jane Doe involved in this case will receive an email that looks like it's coming just to her, got it? So it won't be all the other people will not be CC'd on it. It will look like it's coming just to her, and it will now have her information plugged in here. Hello, Jane Doe. All right. So now let's get a little bit more fancy. So what I'm doing is I'm using these text substitutions right up here. Okay, but I want some more. So, hello, first name, last name. This is information for your upcoming case. Hilda, case name. Okay. Let's say today is date, right? Then it will plug in the current date. And let's say I want to send them a quick summary of all of our upcoming sessions together. So to do that, I'm going to use this text substitution, okay? That says sessions. Please be aware, and let's make that nicer. Please remember that we have the following sessions scheduled. Remember to bring all relevant forms to the first session. Thank you, staff. All right. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit fancier. This is really similar to Mail Merge and Microsoft Word. If you've ever used that, it's the same principle. We're just telling Caseload Manager to hop out to the case file or the party file, grab the relevant information, and plug it in here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit send, but notice I have a couple more options down here before I do. So number one, I could email a case document. So that's if I have already uploaded something to the case file, I can, then I will find it in this drop-down list. Or if there's something on my desktop I want to send out, I can email it from here. Or instead of sending it, it might make sense to print it. So let's say I wanted to print a list of all of our upcoming sessions, and I wanted to hand that to everybody at our first mediation. Then I would just hit print, and I could get a list. So this sessions, that's going to show me a list of all of the upcoming dates and calendar items, okay? So, okay, so right now I'm just showing you again some of the basic text substitutions. But we could get even fancier, all right? So let's say I'm going to hop back out to my main Caseload Manager home screen here. Right now I'm looking at custom case fields, okay? So let's say that I needed to send them, what would be a good one? Let's say that I needed to send them, why am I not seeing it? There we go. So I wanted to send them specifically the pre-mediation date, okay? Because that's the date that I need to have my forms by. So that says pre-mediation. So now I'm hopping back to the Mail Center, and you'll notice, wait a second, Claire, I don't have a text substitution for that custom case field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new substitution here. Are you feeling all of the power that you have in your hands now? This is huge. So what I'm going to do is say, remember to bring all relevant forms to the pre-mediation session on, ready for this? Tilde. Now I'm letting Caseload Manager know that I'm about to use a custom case field. And I'm telling it that by saying CCF, which stands for, ta-da, custom case field. And then I'm going to type in exactly what the name is, pre-mediation. And now, if I have a pre-mediation scheduled, it's going to plug in the date of that pre-mediation, okay? So there's a couple of things to know here. Let's say that it was written out like this, okay? Then for the custom case field substitution to work, we need to remove that space. So it would need to look like this. Pre, now instead of a space, I'm just going to remove the space and type it like this, all right? Or let's say that I was feeling very verbose when I wrote out this custom case field name, and I typed in pre-mediation session scheduled for parties, okay? Well, that's a little bit long. So instead, we're just going to use the first 15 characters. Got that? So pre-mediation. All right, what are we at now? I'm going to start at the P here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I think that's roughly 15. So the point is, you can use the first 15 characters of your custom case field, and then that's going to substitute in the data that you need. Okay, so we just did a bunch of things here. So let me just review really quickly. So we talked about using text substitutions to grab text, dates, numbers, names, etc., to grab information from CaseLoad Manager and plug it in to this email. Again, maybe I want to print it, maybe I want to send it, maybe I want to PDF it. I have a lot of options, but the point is, I am using my Mail Hub right now in CaseLoad Manager to create case documents and case correspondence, okay? So I did that by coming into the case, clicking email, and then from there, I'm using these text substitutions to plug in the information that I need from the case. Okay, everybody tracking so far? Now I have a list of text substitutions that I can use right up here. These are the most common. However, the magic happens when you have begun to create your own custom case fields or custom party fields, custom staff fields, and so on. When I have begun to create my own custom fields, and then I can use the title of those fields to grab in the data that I have tracked, okay? So what I did there is I grabbed the field name, which was pre-mediation, and I'm using that to sub in that date. Again, I just want to review some of the tips. If there are spaces in the title, you have to delete those spaces, and you can only use the first 15 characters, okay? All right. So there we go. So now when I send this out, it will say, hello, Jane Doe or John Doe or whomever it's going to. This is information for your upcoming case, and then it will plug in the case name. Now, some of you are not using case name, so you might also want to say case ID, okay? Today is date. Remember, we have the following sessions scheduled. Oh, dear. Scheduled. And then this will show me a list of all of the dates and times. And what's nice about this is I'm including 4 people on this email, but some of these might be individual sessions. So it's only going to show that person the sessions that they are signed up for. So maybe I have 10 mediations scheduled, and some of those are with everyone, and some of those are just with a couple of people. So it's going to show Jane Doe the mediations and the meetings that I have scheduled with her. It will show John Doe the meetings I have scheduled with him. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And scrolling down here, you can see I've used a custom case field to create a new text substitution. All right, so we're about to, so then I would send this out. We hit send, ta-da. But let's say I want to get even a little bit more fancy. All right. So now this is where you, what would you say? This is where you really earn your stripes. This is where this you turn from a novice user into an advanced user. by using these email templates, okay? So up till now, I've just been creating emails from scratch, but we have these fantastic templates over here on the left. Your every caseload manager comes pre-installed with some of these, and my recommendation when you're first logging in, go through these and find out what ones will work for you, and then begin to personalize them, and then begin to create new ones. Okay, so first, to look at what's there and to personalize it, you would click on it. Okay, so I clicked Detailed Invoice over on the left, and then I've got these three options down below. Edit and send means I'm just doing a temporary one-time edit before I send it out. Edit means that I want to make a permanent change to the template. Delete, obviously, that means delete, okay? So we kind of want to stay away from that delete button unless we're really super triple sure that we want to delete something. For now, I want to make changes to the template. I want to personalize them. I click Detailed Invoice, and then I click this button in the middle that says Edit. So right now I'm only changing the template. It's not going to let me send. Okay? Dear first name, last name, thank you for using our office. You currently have a balance due of. Now notice I got these substitutions from this drop-down list up here. Okay? So it's showing me my balance due, your case is being charged, and then it will show my billing method. For instance, it's an arbitration and it's charging at $4,000 per case. It's showing the total due, total payments received, etc., based on the following sessions, based on the casework, etc. But now, let's say that this is where I want to make a change. So today is date. We thank you for sending payment within 10 business days. All right? So I'm now going to hit update, and that's going to make a permanent change to that template, okay? So now I like that change, so I am now ready to send it out to the parties. All right, I'm doing a quick review on that. That all looks good within 10 business days, great. Okay, so now I'm hitting 2, and this is going to send it to all parties within this case. Or perhaps I'm just charging the attorneys, then I would hit go to all attorneys. Okay, you guys, you can figure out who you want to send it to. All right, so now I'm using my template to send this to the correct people in a case, and then I just hit send, or again, I can hit print or PDF if I want to. All right. So now here comes the final piece for using the Mail Hub. You can also create a new template. So I'm back over on the left-hand side here in my templates box, and I'm clicking new template. And I will hit edit because I'm actually editing this new template. I'm creating a new one. Okay. So subject. Let's see what would be a good subject. Alerting, oh, I've got one. Okay. Address change, okay? And I can just begin typing my template here, or if this is a document that I've already been using, let's say it's a Microsoft Word, something that I've already typed up, I can copy and paste it in, but, now listen really closely, this is key. But I'm not going to just copy and paste it in here in the text section. Instead, I'm coming up to these little icons. See, this one says copy, this one says paste, and then this one says paste as plain text, okay? So now if I were to copy it in here, what this is doing is it's scrubbing out all the Microsoft Word formatting, okay? This sounds like, Claire, seriously, you are spending so much time on minutia and going over really dumb details right now. Why are we spending so much time on this? And I will tell you why. The reason is that this is one of the main calls I get for help, okay? And it's because people did not paste it as plain text. And so then, if they were to just copy and paste it in here into the main text section, you don't know it, but it would actually have brought in all of this background Microsoft Word formatting. So what you see is this address change. It looks nice and clean and pretty, but then you send it to clients and it just becomes gobbledygook. The formatting is off, the line spacing is off. You try and add in more text and it won't let you. And the reason is that the Microsoft Word coding, which you don't see in the background, okay, there's all this coding going on in the background. You don't see it, but it's fighting with our Caseload Manager coding. And sometimes Microsoft Word wins and sometimes Caseload Manager wins. And that's not really a battle that you want to be having when you're trying to send a professional letter to your clients, okay? So I know it's minutia, it's boring details, but trust me, it will save you so much time. So just do this right in the first place, and then you won't have to be battling with formatting in your templates from here on out. So again, if you are copying in text, dates, a document from something else, from another email or from Microsoft Word, please just promise me that you are going to use this icon that says paste as plain text. You do that, this window opens, it will scrub out all of that bad formatting, okay? And then you will be able to, you will have a nice clean template that you can use. All right, so address change, dear so-and-so, please be advised of our new address, okay? All right, so this is a template, and I am going to save it and add it to my stored emails, okay? Do you see that little button down here at the bottom? Add to stored emails. So I click on that, and now, ta-da, now it's showing up here in my list of templates. So that means that all of my staff has access to this template. What is wonderful about this, especially if I'm using interns or volunteers, now I don't have to worry about how they are phrasing something or consistency and quality and making sure that they're including all of the correct information. Instead, I can just say, hey, click on that address change template, click edit and send, click all parties, and then I know that the correct people are getting the correct information, okay? And then I can just tell them to hit send, and then I know that the email is going out with all the appropriate information. So we just did a whole lot of stuff. So let's do a quick review. Number 1, we came into Caseload Manager. Number 2, we clicked on a case. Number 3, that case opens. Hello, case. From here, we decide who we want to email. And then we can decide if we want to send them a new email or if we want to use one of the existing templates. Click edit and send, and then send it from there. Again, notice as soon as I hit send, it's going to place a copy of that email here in my correspondence that we can view in the future. And as soon as I update this case, you will see, ta-da, case updated, that there is also a history of all of the emails that I have sent out for this case over here on the right-hand side under activities. All right, so we just did a bunch of things with email templates, and the final place where those emails will come up is here in my activities section. I am logged in as an admin right now, so I can see every email that has been sent out. Individual staff probably will not see this. So if I were to log in as Gary, for instance, Gary will not be a normal mediator with a typical staff setting. They will not see all of the emails that have been sent out. But if I'm logged in as an admin and I choose to see everything, then I will see a summary of all of the emails that have been sent out. Finally, if you have any questions about this, please come over here to the Help Center, okay? So that's this button on the right-hand side. When you click Help, obviously, it takes you to the Help Center. From there, you can hop down to Mail Hub, and this will go through everything that I just talked about, as well as provide you with some templates of your own. Okay, so this will talk a little bit more about overview, email attachments, and text formatting. Okay, so thank you again, everyone, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.